Looks like a surprise happened today, and I'm kind of tempted to go over so we can watch what happened in real time, because this happened maybe a half an hour before I started up this stream. Apparently, Don Sargon thought he wanted to go back to the well a little bit, build up some of that ego again by dunking on some of those SJW blue-haired feminists. Teach them a lesson, put them in their place. Except it didn't actually go to plan. So I've got to ask chat. Now, I wish we had a polling option like they do on Stream Me over here, but they don't. So, chat, give me a 1 if you want to watch the debacle of Sargon getting his shit pushed in by Christy Winters, and give me a 2 if you're not interested. We'll poll chat and see if you want to watch that. It's a little bit spicy. It's a little bit sad. I feel a little bad for him to get slapped around like that on a stream in front of people. Seeing a lot of 1s, but I'll give it a minute. I'll give it a minute for people to catch up. Oh, it looks like chat wants to watch Sargon get smacked around by a feminist for a little while. All right, well, let me pull that up. I got it bookmarked. I think he's left the stream. They humiliated him to the point where he rage quit. Oh no, he's still on. He's still on. I'm going to time code this so we can get right at the beginning. right at the beginning. Chat, just to give you an idea of how they're viewing this. This is Christy Winter and Kevin Logan, and they're doing their own little stream. And apparently Sargon wanted to come on, and I'm not fucking kidding you. This is the description they put under the video. I just think we should read it before we go watch this itself. Christy and Kev's happy hour, 2018 Blue Wave with Sargon of Akkad. And then Christy Winters puts in the fucking description, and what we presume is some sort of desperation. Sargon of Akkad asked if he could join our happy hour. Find out what goes on by joining us when we go live. So even Christy Winters and Kevin Logan are seeing this just shocking amount of desperation coming from Sargon. So let's go take a look. Let's see what's going on over there. I have my window display capture ready to go, I believe. Let me just double check here. Nope, that would be the wrong one. That would have been chat. Let's try this again. No, chat again. All right, let's get rid of chat. Sorry, chat. Go to Windows Capture. There we go. I think that's fairly good. We'll go through it a little by little. I've got some time codes written down. We'll see how it goes. Let me just get everything set up here.
Against Trump, because that's ultimately what it's going to be. Trump has shown that his base is going to hold up. It's whether we can put up.
Let's see where he joins in
against him.
Yeah, and the Dems have you've got Kristen Sinema pulling out ahead in Arizona, and there he is.
Hello, folks. Sorry about the delay there. Nature called, and you can't resist, can you? So, how are you guys doing? You all right?
Yeah. We were just having a chat about the election results.
Right. How's your D&D game going with V? I haven't had time to watch it yet.
It went okay last night. Everybody survived, so that's generally a good game.
Well, it is when V's in charge.
Yeah, well, he wasn't really in charge. In fact, he said
was he
part
DMing?
of a fight out. No, he's just one of the players.
Ah, right, okay. Well, that's lucky, because in the campaign that I'm playing with him,
the Don sent in his carrier pigeon to recruit to butter up Christy Winters. It doesn't end well. We'll see as it goes along.
And yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fun, but I tell you, it's a hell of a stressful thing to have to DM.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, we had that hangout with D&D last night, but earlier than that, I was watching his video on some of the dramas happening on the right side, of YouTube, you guys over there. And he brought up the fact that he had taken down the Skeptic Feminist live feed because he, now looking back on it.
All right, I'm going to try to jump ahead a little bit to when it starts getting a little bit spicier. I believe it's about 20 minutes in, so let's see, it's been going for an hour and 7 minutes.
I just wanted to shout that out for him and say that was good thing.
Far left is on the rise in the Democratic Party. I mean, I don't even know.
This is irrelevant.
Yeah, I have my stuff
burden of evidence, motherfucker.
Come on.
Pedantic, Christy?
No, it's not pedantic to ask you if you're going to make a claim to back it up.
I mean, do you think I've got a sheet of notes in front of me?
Well, I have my references to go.
Oh, Carl, sorry, mate. If you make a fucking a claim, you need to provide evidence for that. The fact that we know you haven't done any fucking preparation for this is irrelevant.
If you disagree with a bunch of Justice Democrats have been elected.
No,
7 or 8 is not a bunch, is it? Out of 220
It's right at the Young Turks, so you obviously have.
I would have to check this. I haven't been following it that closely. I've had other things to do. But weren't a bunch of corporate Democrats also unseated at the same time?
Yeah, again,
Yeah, but a number got in. So, I mean...
Okay, Christy, just to stop you there, right? You seem to be getting a little excited.
No, I'm amused.
Okay, that's fine, right? What I'm going to say, right, and I want you to take this seriously, no matter how amusing you find it, right? If you can't be charitable with what I'm saying, then I just won't bother having a conversation with you.
I don't.
Well, I'm surprised, Carl. I'm surprised you decided to have this conversation anyway, because
she can't be charitable.
No, because last time you took her on in debate, she fucking annihilated you. She made you look a right twat.
Things change.
So,
I love the fact that he asked them to come on their show, and then says, "If you can't treat me nicely, I'm not gonna do this." Like he's doing them a favor. But I promise you, the good parts are coming up when they start talking about V being a carrier pigeon, and when Christy starts laughing at him, and he nearly rage quits. So let's wait for that to come up.
Here's the thing. You said that's
things change. You've done even less preparation for this one.
This is not a test. This is a conversation. If you want to have a conversation like that, you're going to have to do it with someone else. I'm not really that interested in having that conversation.
In having a conversation where we accurately discuss which members of Congress could be called Justice Democrats, which is a term you used and brought up.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by that. You named one person, and I don't know who you mean by Justice Democrats.
Well, then maybe you'll have to go do it after the stream.
Well, I don't know why I should take your word that there are 7 or 8. There could be.
If you take my word for it.
There could be 12.
I'm not bothered if you take my word for it.
I don't care about your moral outrage, Carl.
I'm just not going to have a pedantic conversation.
It's empirically conversation is not pedantry.
I think it is.
I was wondering how
a regular person would watch this and think, why is she being so obstructionist? She already accepts his premise. She just wants to continue pushing it. So why don't we just...
Okay, so let's deal with the one Justice Democrat you know about. And one got elected out of over 225, maybe 230. Yeah, then Dems are going to pick up 30 seats. So what does that say? That one person you could name got elected?
Well, it's not just one person, is it, Christy?
But you can't show that.
I can. I'm just not going to.
You need to educate yourself, Christy. Okay, it's not his job to provide citations and facts. Wasn't he on a stream with me a day or two ago where he was up my ass about having citations? And I was walking into Christy's stream and he's like, I can't name anybody, but I do know this information. I'm just not going to share it with you. You need to go dig for it yourself. Looking good. Master debate tactics.
Wait, does it involve typing?
You're a scientist, Carl.
Yeah. I'm not a scientist at all. I'm not even qualified, you fools. I'm here to just have a chat about these things with you. I didn't realize that you would need to be confrontational.
Okay, so should we look at the exit polls, Carl? Should we look at the exit polls and see how they bear out?
So, do you want to put a link in the description?
I can just show it on screen if you'd like.
Well, I'd like you to put a link in the description as well. So
all right. So I have to say.
So you want us to show our sources, but you're not going to bother showing anything from yours. Okay.
I have to say, I was wondering how desperate you were.
About what?
You're just going to slum here on the happy hour when we get maybe 70 or 80 views, and your desperation to have a fight is so hilarious to me, Carl, because especially like you've just been, I want to say, you've been a source of so much mirth on the happy hour for the last few months.
It might be a bit of projection because I actually didn't realize you were going to be here, Christy. I thought I was having a nice chat with Kevin.
Yeah, that's why it's called the Christy and Kevin's happy hour.
Well, I didn't realize that we were doing happy hour. I just thought I was having a chat with Kev.
So wait, he didn't realize he was going on Christy Winter's channel on the show called Christy and Kev's Happy Hour. That escaped him. He didn't realize. I also like how she's just straight out calling him out. You're desperate, Carl. You're trying to go back to the well, Carl. We know why you're here, and it's just not working out. Oh, why would you do this, Sargon?
No, you sent your little manservant, your little fucking carrier pigeon boy, your little milk-fed gimp. You sent him to both me and Christy, so you clearly...
I did not, absolutely did not. I said, please ask Kev if he can have me on the show, because I'd like to talk to Kev. I didn't say anything about Chris.
Oh, you wanted to be on Let Them Eat Cake.
Well, you wanted to do a show with me and Mike.
Interests. Oh, gosh, you should have been more specific. Yeah.
Okay, Christy.
By the way...
Your little milk-fed gimp. Oh, oh, V. Oh, you're getting shit on everywhere, aren't you? Oh, you little Romanian carrier pigeon. Just sending them out, fluttering about, shitting on everything, every pedestrian underneath.
By the way, Sargon.
Interested in having a proper conversation. I don't mind
having a proper conversation, except you make claims that you can't back. So let's limit it to things that you can actually claim to know, like one woman's name that got arrested.
on earth that would say this is a good faith conversation.
Sure, Carl. So I just want to know how desperate.
Do you think there are? Who do you think would say this is?
Oh, I think it's entirely good faith. I have now asking you to be able to name people that you claim are Justice Democrats.
Yeah, this is about excessive pedantry, Christy.
No, it's not.
It
it's called being accurate. Because it might be 11.
I don't.
Or it might be 3. We don't know. You can only name one.
Comments. I would like to actually have a nice conversation, but if you don't, I
You're
don't.
going to take your ball and go home, Carl. Because we're asking you to back up what you say.
Carl, didn't you react really badly when Thomas Smith got up and left? Aren't you now doing the same thing here?
Okay, if you want, I'm happy to just leave.
Limit your claims to the one woman you can name, and then we'll go on.
I'm not really
From there you can show about this big
midterms, to be honest. Don't you guys have like something more interesting you'd like to talk about?
Oh, that's another tried and true Sargonism. If he can't name a source, if he can't talk about the subject, he wants to move on to something else. He asks to come on, he gets angry because he doesn't have any idea what he's talking about. They call him out on his desperation, make fun of his manservant V by calling him a... What did he call him? A milk-fed gimp? And then Sargon's like, fuck it, I'm going to leave. And Kevin Logan calls him out and says, didn't you get upset when somebody did that to you? And he's like, no, I'm going to take my ball and go home.
Yeah, we can talk about the exit polls and look at all the people voting for the Democrats. If you want.
Okay, go on then.
Well, there's the link in the chat.
Okay, there's another good moment. I want to try to find this where he gets so angry he just mutes himself for like 2 minutes.
No.
They split for the Democrats. And then
how do you feel about your youth?
Who do you think the Dems will run?
Little
we can talk about 2020 at the end of the show, Carl.
Do you want to talk?
Talk about the midterms. That's what you said to V you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, next time, make your little manservant more aware of what the fuck you actually want to talk about and who you want to talk to.
Yeah, the name of the video is kind of the midterm results, so that's what we came prepared to talk about.
Although maybe we're expecting too much of his little milk.
We can talk about 2020 at the end of the show, Carl. We can do that.
But Carl, can I just ask you, mate? Given the numbers there on the screen about the youth vote, how do you feel about your youth outreach program? I mean, because it seems to be going really well.
Yeah.
He's trying to get him in with Gamergate 2.0, Kevin. That's how he's going to bring in the youth vote.
And with
Gamers rise up. Oh, bottom text everybody. Everybody's making fun of him for Gamergate too.
UKIP soaring into 3% in the polls in Britain, you're doing exceptionally well.
Oof.
3%, mate. You might pick up no seats again.
Time, Kev. It's only a matter.
Yeah, you've got a base to build from at 3 fucking percent.
Yeah, but what do you think will happen after Theresa May severely fucks Brexit? Oh, sorry, we didn't come here to discuss. Kev, we didn't come here to discuss this. Let's get back to
Norway, mate. So I don't know.
Come on, let's get back.
You don't know what you wanted to fucking talk about. You told your little fucking.
I've been told. So let's talk.
Okay, so we'll get back to this. So we've got the gender gap, Carl. We've got the age demographics. So what are your thoughts there in terms of your thesis that the left are dying?
Where people become older and become more.
Of Catholic countries
in Florida, I mean, minority groups.
And you think that means are trying to repeal voter ID law?
Yeah.
You won the college by a land. I totally agree with you, Christy. I think the left are going to storm
the president, but that's not.
Here we go. The definition. I'll stop sharing now.
I'm almost there. I think. It's hard to timestamp it when it's live, so we'll see if we can get to it.
What do you think about that? Do you think?
Tell me what I believe. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I know you want to get off the topic of the midterm elections because the Democrats won, but that's what we're here to talk about. So I think we should get back to.
I agree. The Democrats scrape by the skin of their teeth.
Getting the power of investigation now in the House. What are your thoughts on investigations of Trump and his family members going forward?
Go wild.
Something that's important. Like, as a liberalist and someone who's about making sure the laws are correct and followed properly, right, for the fair rule of law to all, right? I think that's something you really should look into because it's a very big constitution.
I'll take that under advisement, Christy, but I determine my schedule. So
well, I'm just saying, as a liberalist, this is a perfect
fascinating
for you to have.
That's really interesting. But I'll determine what I look into and what I don't.
Okay, so what do you think?
Correctly, you actually have people email you articles, and that's how you decide what goes into your show. So you don't really pick out what you decide. You have people send it to you.
Yeah, look, Christy, he will decide which headlines he reads and then claims to read the full story.
Oh, this is fucking painful. They're just shitting on him nonstop, making fun of Gamergate 2, mocking liberalist isms, talking about just reading headlines. It just goes on, and I think this is a part where he almost rage quits.
That's exactly how it works.
Yeah, Justice Democrats. He's
from defining what far right is. I would have thought it'd be fairly easy for a political scientist like yourself to do that. So, I mean, I'm an amateur. I'm looking to find out because I genuinely don't know. I genuinely want to know what are the criteria that make someone far right.
Well, let's have a little lesson here, Carl. Get out your Google machine, and I want you to type in far right definition into Google. We're going to look at it together.
I haven't found a good one, but you're the political scientist.
No. This is it. We're going to look it up together.
So you go on then.
No, you go on.
No.
It's your question. I'm teaching you how, after the show, you're going to teach me how to do this.
If you don't say, look, I'm not going to answer, that's fine. If you don't have an answer, that's okay. You vote for, that's interesting. If you don't have an ideological framework that is far, to define the far right, that's fine as well. That's okay. I don't begrudge you. It seems like no one knows.
I know you prefer to make things up, but I prefer to look things up.
Why didn't you just tell me what your opinion is?
See, this is the thing you like to do, Carl, is you like to ask questions, and then when people try to get you to answer, you ask more questions.
I'm more than happy to answer. I've just answered a slew of your questions.
Shut up.
If you guys want to be childish about it, I thought that we could come and have a conversation.
Carl, we're using your tactics against you.
Exactly.
You at the bar.
You do.
Now they're mocking his appearance at is it MythCon or whatever that event was in Wisconsin, when he was up on stage debating the guy that he was debating. He kind of freaked out a little bit and started screaming "shut up" at him repeatedly because the guy was asking him questions. So now I guess they're giving him a taste of his own medicine.
Like Spurgs, then I'm happy for you to
Oh, we just did what you did live on stage. So the fact that you're describing it in that way, you're describing yourself in that way.
Oh, I don't care about your moral outrage.
Oh, well,
this is amazing. I'm so glad we did this.
Carl, are you still there? Is Carl gone?
Oh, I hope he picks up his marbles and goes home. Oh, that would be amazing. If he couldn't even make an hour. Oh.
He was there for 30 minutes, and they mocked him relentlessly the entire time, to the point of where he muted himself in fucking rage, but he won't leave because he doesn't want to give them a win. So he's just sitting there taking their shit in silence for like 2 fucking minutes.
He's making more sense now. Like he's making fewer stupid points.
Well, at least it's not trying to reverse this into an interrogation when he just wanted to have a chat.
But look at all of the Justice Democrats, like that one person.
That one person I can name. Yes. Oh my gosh.
And I like the fact that one of his defenses was, I haven't prepared for this.
That thing about V, and it didn't mean.
Are we ready to have a discussion now?
Where did you go? Where did you go, Carl?
We were on a timeout.
No, if you're going to waste my time, I'll waste your time. What's wrong with that? Not fair play, Christy.
Oh, this gets better and better. Oh,
Carl,
for the full hour.
You're not wasting that time. There was far less.
Fire off a bunch of questions about Trump at me again.
You want to answer questions about your left wing, how the left are dying? Tell us what your insights
are. Oh, Christy, when did I say that?
The left is dying? At the start of the show.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah. So we didn't get Democrats. You go on. You go.
No, I'm waiting for you to tell me what the far right is, Christy.
I'm not going to tell you what my opinion on the far right is when I can go look up.
It's going to be a slow conversation then.
Yeah, it's going to be a slow conversation if I'm not going to play the games on your terms.
And same here.
I can't help but feel that having you on.
You're terrible at playing these power games. You're really you understand how many people tell me about you.
Oh, do you know the people that are talking about you, Christy? Do you understand? Okay. Now, he brings up power games. There's an example of a power game I want to show you that happened just recently. If you don't know, Sargon got a chance to go onto Andy Worski's stream, and they were going to hash things out. So let me pull that out. It's a great interview. It's a really great conversation. Andy really outdid himself. Having that deep conversation with Carl. So let me just cue this bad boy up, and we'll give that a listen. Hold on one sec.
Hang on, just 1 second. Let me just get my my drink here. I'm just gonna have a little sip here. 1 second.
Here we go. This is Andy Worski interviewing Sargon of Akkad. He invited him. Sargon demanded to come on his show, so he invited him on.
Hang on, wait. I'll bring him in.
Alrighty.
Hello?
Hello.
Suck a fucking dick, Sargon.
Eat shit, faggot.
That was our interview with Sargon of Akkad. That was. I think it went well.
We all enjoyed it. Yeah, I think so.
Do you think it was good?
It was a stunning success.
It was probably like the most
Extremely
honest.
professional.
It's probably the most honest we've ever heard him.
Fantastic interview. I give that a thumbs up. I think Andy did a great job on that particular interview. All right, I know we got a little distracted with the Christy Winters thing, a little distracted, but Sargon did not do so well in that particular instance. Christy kind of just curb stomped his ass as Kevin laughed at him, and he got so mad he muted himself in silence to try to do a power game or something. I don't know. He tried that with Andy, demanding to come on and then making Andy wait for a half an hour. And so Andy finally invited him on and told him to suck a dick and throw